Dear child of light, I am the angel assigned to guide, protect, and illuminate your path, and today I come to whisper a truth to your heart that, while profound, is wrapped in the softness of celestial wisdom. Like, comment, and share this message so that these heavenly messages can resonate in countless hearts. There are secrets in the vast fabric of existence, mysteries that rest in the hands of the Creator, hidden under the sacred mantle of divine silence. These secrets do not belong to you, and there is a reason for this. As angels, we are the guardians of what has not been revealed, ensuring that the peace of your soul is never disturbed by what you should not know. If you recognize the importance of respecting these mysteries and trust in divine protection, type 1010 in the comments. And if you feel in your heart the desire to contribute to this work of love and faith, you can do so through the Super Thanks button located just below this video. God will bless you even more for it. Not everything in the universe is meant to be understood. There is a delicate balance that sustains the order of things, and this balance depends on certain knowledge remaining hidden, protected from human eyes. The Creator, in His infinite wisdom, understands that there are truths that, if discovered, could weigh on your heart and mind in ways your soul is not ready to bear. And so, with tenderness, He protects you from these invisible burdens. Imagine, dear one, that life is like a beautiful garden, where each flower blooms in its own time. Now, imagine that there are deep roots intertwined beneath the soil, secrets hidden in the depths of the earth, sustaining the life that grows above. These roots, these hidden secrets, do not need to be revealed for the garden to bloom in all its beauty. On the contrary, it is by being hidden that the flowers can grow freely, reaching towards the sun and dancing in the wind. The same applies to your life. There are aspects of your existence that flourish because certain truths remain hidden, sustaining the balance of your path. Perhaps at times, your heart feels curious about these mysteries, and you wonder why certain things are not revealed. It is natural for the human spirit, with its thirst for knowledge, to desire to uncover all secrets. But I am here to remind you that true knowledge is not in knowing everything, but in trusting that what has not been revealed to you is also part of the divine plan for your peace and growth. There are secrets that, if discovered, could bring unease to your soul. They could distance you from the serenity you seek and obscure the light that guides your steps. There are truths that, if known, could overwhelm your spirit, diverting you from the path of joy and fulfillment. The Creator knows this, and in His infinite compassion, He hides these mysteries from you, not as a form of deprivation, but as a gift of protection and love. If you trust that God acts with love and wisdom in hiding certain mysteries, type 2020 in the comments. Trust, dear one, that what has not been revealed to you is for your good. What remains hidden is under the care of God and the angels, lovingly preserved so that your life can follow its natural course of evolution and learning. What you do not know does not harm you. On the contrary, it frees you to live with ease, without carrying the weight of knowledge that could distract you from your true purpose. Often, what you do not understand, what seems hidden and out of reach, is actually a blessing in disguise, a loving protection sent by the Creator. If you feel that there are blessings in what you do not yet understand, type 3030 in the comments. Not everything in life was meant to be known, and this is part of the sacred mystery of existence. Just as the sun shines every day, illuminating the world without us needing to understand every detail of the cosmos, so too does your life shine with purpose, even if certain secrets remain hidden. There is a profound beauty in mystery, an invisible dance of energy and love that sustains the universe and enfolds you with tenderness. The unknown is not something to be feared, but rather an essential part of the journey. Imagine that your life is like a great river, flowing gracefully and powerfully towards the sea. You cannot always see what lies beyond the bend, but you know that the river continues, guiding you forward. The unknown is like those waters you have yet to see, but which are there, flowing towards your destiny. You do not need to know every detail to move forward, just trust in the flow, in the wisdom that guides each wave and each current. The wisdom of the unknown invites you to have full trust in God, to surrender to what is beyond your control. When you accept that there are things you should not know, you free yourself from the burden of trying to understand everything and allow divine love to take the reins of your life. This is the path to true peace, a path where your mind and heart can rest in the assurance that the Creator sees what you do not see and knows what you do not know. There are times when your soul may feel restless, seeking answers, striving to understand the mysteries around you. In these moments, remember that what remains hidden is often a protection, a blessing meant to keep your spirit light and free. Just as a child trusts in the protection of their parents without needing to know every detail of what happens around them, you are also called to trust in the protection of your Heavenly Father, who lovingly guards what you do not yet need to know. The wisdom of the unknown also teaches you to value the present, to live fully in the now. When you accept that not all answers are available, you can focus on what is before you, embracing each moment with gratitude and presence. The unknown leaves room for growth, for continuous learning, and for divine grace to reveal itself in its own time. As your guardian angel, I am here to remind you that you are not alone on this journey. Although there are secrets that the universe keeps, you will never be left unsupported. I walk with you, guiding your steps along safe paths, even when the way ahead seems uncertain. What you do not know, I know. What you do not see, I see. And with this expanded vision, I guide you safely, always towards the greater good that the Creator has prepared for you. If you sense the presence of your guardian angel by your side, type 4040 in the comments. There is a deep peace in trusting the unknown, in surrendering what you do not understand into God's hands. The wisdom of the unknown invites you to release the need for control, to let go of the need to understand everything and instead walk with faith. Each step you take in divine trust brings you closer to your purpose, aligning you with the harmony of the universe. And so, dear one, I invite you to embrace the mystery of life with an open and trusting heart. Remember that what is not revealed to you now is for your own good, part of the grand divine plan that leads you to fulfillment. The unknown is fertile ground where faith can flourish, where trust in God can root deeply in your soul. This relentless search that many of you embark upon, the quest for all the answers of the universe, the desire to understand every mystery, every detail of the grand divine plan. This search, while natural, carries a fundamental error, a burdensome weight that often prevents you from living with ease and peace. I understand, dear one, that you seek answers. Curiosity is a human trait, a drive that leads you to explore, question, and understand the world around you. But there is a difference between healthy curiosity, which drives you to grow, and the incessant quest for all the answers, which can become a prison for your mind and spirit. Not everything in the universe was meant to be fully understood. There are mysteries that belong only to the Creator, truths beyond human reach, kept in the depths of divine wisdom. The error in trying to find all the answers to everything is that it distances you from the present moment, trapping you in an endless cycle of questions that will never find an end. When you seek all the answers, you lose the ability to live in the moment, to experience the beauty of now, to trust that a greater plan is at work, even when you cannot see or understand it. The desire to know everything can easily turn into anxiety, frustration, and a constant feeling that something is missing. But, dear one, I tell you that you do not need to know everything to live a full and happy life. The beauty of the human journey lies in accepting that there are things you will never fully understand, and that is perfectly okay. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows what should be revealed to you and what should remain hidden. He knows that if you were to carry all the knowledge of the universe, the weight would be unbearable. Therefore, He gives you what you need at the right time, in the right measure. Often, the desire to have all the answers comes from a place of fear, a need for control. You think that if you know everything, you can avoid suffering, prevent mistakes, ensure that everything goes as planned. But the truth, dear one, is that absolute control is an illusion. Life is a mystery to be lived, not a puzzle to be solved. And by trying to control every aspect, you distance yourself from the flow of divine grace, which operates in ways beyond your understanding. God's invitation is for you to trust in the process, to hand over the unanswered questions into His hands, and to allow Him to guide your path, even when you do not see the final destination. There is a profound freedom in letting go of the need to know everything. When you surrender to the flow of life, accepting that there are mysteries you are not meant to uncover, you open space for true inner peace, for faith that transcends understanding, for the confidence that even in the unknown, God is with you, guiding you with love. I see how, at times, you exhaust yourself trying to find explanations for everything that happens around you. I see the nights when you lie awake, your mind restless, trying to fit all the pieces of the life puzzle together. But, dear one, I tell you, not all pieces need to fit right now. Some are part of a greater plan that will only be revealed in its own time. And this time is not determined by you, but by the Creator, who sees the complete picture while you see only a part. There is immense beauty in accepting the mystery, in embracing the unknown with an open heart. When you release the need to understand everything, you allow yourself to live with more ease, more joy, more freedom. The answers that truly matter will come to you when the time is right, and those that do not come are signs that you already have everything you need to continue your path. Knowledge is a blessing, but wisdom lies in knowing when to let go of the quest and simply live. The mistake of seeking all the answers of the universe is that, in trying to capture the infinite with your finite mind, you get lost in the labyrinth of your own questions. But when you accept that not everything needs to be understood, you find yourself in the heart of the divine, where peace resides. God invites you to trust in Him, to let Him guide what is beyond your comprehension. And in doing so, you discover that life has a natural harmony, a beauty that reveals itself not in answers, but in experience. Dear one, I am here to remind you that the purpose of your life is not to solve all the mysteries of the universe, but to live with fullness, love, and faith. God has given you the ability to learn, to grow, to seek knowledge, but He has also given you the ability to trust, to let go of control, to live in the simplicity of the present moment. When you accept that there are things you cannot understand, you open yourself to true wisdom, the kind that comes not from reason, but from faith. I am by your side, always, to guide you when you feel lost in the sea of questions. I am here to whisper that it is perfectly okay not to know everything, that there is a deep beauty in simply being, in allowing life to reveal itself to you in its own time. God loves you deeply, and He is with you in every step, even when the path seems uncertain. Trust in Him, dear one, and release the burden of trying to understand everything. Let the mystery be your guide, and faith be your light. The Bible teaches us about these deep truths, and I want to guide you through some of its teachings so that you can find comfort and wisdom. In the sacred scriptures, There is profound beauty in recognizing that not everything is revealed to us. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows the divine plan in its entirety, but there are aspects of this plan that remain hidden from us. In Deuteronomy 29 verse 29, it is written, "The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the things revealed belong to us and to our children forever, that we may follow all the words of this law." This verse reminds us that there are things that belong exclusively to God, and what is revealed to us is sufficient for living according to His will. Understanding that some things are hidden helps us to cultivate faith. When we face challenging situations and cannot see the purpose or reason, it is important to remember that God is in control of everything. Psalm 139 verses 1 to 4 assures us, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely." God knows every detail of our lives, even those we do not understand ourselves. In Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9, God speaks to us about the difference between His thoughts and ours. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." These verses invite us to trust that God has a higher plan, a purpose that goes beyond our limited understanding. Furthermore, 1 Corinthians 2 verse 9 reminds us of the greatness of the divine plan. "However, as it is written, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him." God has prepared wonderful things for us that we cannot even imagine, and these things are in perfect harmony with His eternal plan. The fact that some things remain hidden does not diminish the beauty of the divine plan, but calls us to trust in His goodness and wisdom. The purpose of these concealments is not to leave us in the dark, but to teach us to live by faith and not by sight. Hebrews 11 verse 1 states, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Faith allows us to believe that, even when we do not understand God's ways, we can trust that He is working for our good. Hidden things are an essential part of this journey of faith, as they invite us to rely on God and trust in His perfect plan. As your angel who watches over your days and nights, walking beside you at every step of your journey, I know your deepest thoughts, listen to your prayers, and understand that often you question, does God hear my requests? Does He listen to my pleas and cries? I see your restless heart when, in the face of divine silence, you begin to doubt, to think that perhaps your words are lost in the wind, or that somehow God is not attentive to what you have to say. But I tell you, dear one, that God hears every one of your prayers. None of them goes unnoticed in the eyes of the Creator. He is always present, always attentive, and nothing that comes from your heart is lost in the void. The silence of God is not a sign of absence. Rather, it is a testament to the fact that He works in silence, preparing something grand, even when you cannot perceive it. He hears, He feels, and He acts, even if you do not see the answers immediately. I understand that silence can be challenging. When you call out to the heavens, expecting a quick answer, and all you receive is silence, it is natural for doubts to arise. Questions like, has God forgotten me? Is He indifferent to my suffering? Begin to fill your mind. But I am here to remind you that divine silence is an important part of the process, an invitation to deep faith, to unwavering trust that God always hears and responds. The silence of God, dear one, does not mean He ignores you. Sometimes, silence is a form of response. He knows exactly what you need, and often what you interpret as a lack of response is, in fact, a time of preparation, a sacred space where your soul is called to grow, to strengthen, to develop patience and trust. God sees beyond what you can see, He understands what you do not understand, and He acts in His own time, which is always the perfect time. Imagine, for a moment, that the silence of God is like a seed planted in the soil. For a time, nothing seems to happen. You look at the ground and wonder if anything is really growing. But beneath the surface, the seed is germinating, the roots are expanding, and in due time it will emerge, bringing forth fruit. So it is with divine silence. While you wait, God is working in the depths, preparing something beautiful to bloom in your life. There is a profound wisdom in trusting in the silence of God. He invites you to let go of fear, to release doubts, and to believe that even when everything is quiet, the Creator is listening. He is shaping your path, answering your prayers in ways you may not expect, but which are always for your greater good. Sometimes what you ask for is not what you truly need, and God, in His infinite wisdom, responds not with words, but with silence that guides you to what is truly best for you. I know it can be difficult to accept silence when your heart longs for a clear answer, for a tangible sign. But I assure you, dear one, that each silence of God is filled with His love for you. It is like a loving father who, seeing his child grow, allows him to discover certain things on his own, knowing that this journey of discovery will bring more strength and wisdom than an immediate answer. The silence of God is also an invitation to introspection. When the heavens seem silent, it is the time to turn inward, to listen to the voice of your own heart, where the Holy Spirit dwells. Often, the answers you seek are already within you, waiting for you to discover them in the stillness of your soul. God speaks in many ways, and silence is one of them, a form that calls you to trust in His invisible yet always present presence. Do not be discouraged, dear one, when it seems that your prayers go unanswered. God is with you in every moment, even in silence. He is holding you in His arms, guiding you along the path of faith, and preparing the ground for something that, in due time, will be revealed in all its beauty. Trust that the silence of God is a response full of love, and that, while you wait, He is creating something wonderful for you. I am by your side always to remind you of this truth. I am here to envelop you with celestial light and to whisper that the silence of God is an essential part of His perfect plan. When you feel lost or abandoned, remember that I, as your guardian angel, am by your side, guiding you along the path of faith, helping you to see that silence is not emptiness, but rather full of divine presence. Let the silence of God strengthen you, be a space where your faith can flourish, where your trust in the Creator's love deepens. Even when answers seem distant, remember that God is always listening, always caring for you, always working behind the scenes for your greater good. This silence, often misunderstood, is a transformative force, an invisible presence that has the power to guide, heal, and bring clarity to your soul. ****. Divine silence is not an absence but a presence full of meaning. Amidst the turmoil of life, when the noise of the world seems deafening, God's silence is a loving response, a sacred pause that invites you to look within yourself and find the peace that already exists inside you. In divine silence, there is no rush, no anxiety, only the serenity of knowing that everything is in God's hands. There are times when you may seek answers, cry out for signs, and it seems like the heavens remain silent. But this silence is not abandonment. On the contrary, it is a space created for you to grow in trust and faith. When God chooses silence, He is calling you to listen not with your ears but with your heart. It is in the silence that your soul can truly hear the subtle voice of the Spirit, the one that speaks without words but brings deep wisdom. The power of divine silence lies in its ability to calm your being, to reconnect you with the divine essence that resides within you. When the world around you is in chaos, it is in God's silence that you find refuge. This silence is not empty but full of God's presence, a presence that envelopes you with love, protection, and wisdom. Often, the answers you seek are not in words, but in the simple act of quieting the mind and opening the heart to this divine presence. Imagine silence as a gentle light illuminating the shadows of your mind, dispelling doubts, fears, and bringing forth the clarity you desire. In divine silence, you do not need explanations. Just trust that the Creator is working behind the scenes, guiding each of your steps, even if you cannot see or hear. This is the transformative power of silence. It invites you to let go of control and allow divine grace to flow through you, bringing with it the perfect solution for each situation. There is profound wisdom in learning to value silence. Often, we seek external answers, running from place to place, trying to find meaning in others' words, when, in fact, the answer we need is already within us, waiting to be heard in the silence of our hearts. When you allow yourself to be silent, you make space for the Creator to speak to you in ways that transcend human understanding. Divine silence is also a form of healing. It calms emotional storms, dissolves tensions, and brings a sense of peace that can only come from God. When you feel lost or overwhelmed, God's silence is like a balm for your soul, a reminder that you do not need to solve everything alone, that you can rest in the Creator's arms and let Him take care of you. As your guardian angel, I encourage you to embrace the power of divine silence in your life. Instead of fearing it, allow it to guide you to a deeper connection with God. Let silence lead you to a place of serenity where your soul can breathe and be renewed. By accepting silence as part of the divine plan, you open yourself to receive the blessings it brings, even if you do not understand them immediately. God's silence is a precious gift, a sacred pause where your faith can grow and strengthen. It is the space where miracles happen, where the impossible becomes possible. When you surrender to divine silence, you trust that the Creator is working beyond what your eyes can see, preparing the way for something greater and more beautiful than you can imagine. In silence, you are invited to rest, to release your worries, and to fully trust in God's love. He knows what is best for you, and often, the greatest answers come not through words, but through a deep and transformative quiet. The power of divine silence lies in its ability to renew your faith, to remind you that God is always with you, even when the world seems silent. So, dear one, when you encounter God's silence, do not see it as an absence, but as a presence full of love and wisdom. Allow divine silence to envelop you, guide you, and renew you. Trust that in silence, the Creator is working for you, preparing something wonderful for your life. And that by embracing this silence, you may find the peace that surpasses all understanding. I know it can be difficult to believe when the universe seems full of unanswered questions. Your mind seeks explanations, longs to understand the mysteries of life, and when those answers don't come, your spirit may falter. Questions like, why is this happening to me? Where is God right now? How can I have faith without seeing the answers? Flood your thoughts. I understand these doubts, dear one, and I assure you that they are part of the human journey. Faith is not the absence of questions, but the courage to keep believing, even when there are no clear answers. The universe is vast and complex, full of mysteries often beyond human understanding. God, in His infinite wisdom, has chosen to reveal certain truths and conceal others, not as a way to test your faith, but as an invitation to trust in something greater than your own understanding. Faith is not built solely on what is visible and comprehensible, but primarily on the invisible, on what transcends reason. When you feel lost in the sea of unanswered questions, remember, dear one, that faith is like a guiding star in the night sky. It shines most brightly in the hours of darkness when everything around you seems uncertain. Faith does not require you to have all the answers. It calls you to trust in divine love, even when the path seems foggy. God is present in every detail of your life, even in the things you cannot understand or see. He works behind the scenes, weaving a plan that is always for your greater good, even if you do not comprehend it now. Holding on to faith amidst uncertainty is an act of profound courage. It is recognizing that you do not need to know everything to keep moving forward. Faith is what sustains you when answers seem distant. It gives you strength to go on even when your eyes cannot see what lies ahead. I see your inner struggle, your search for meaning, and I tell you, you are not alone. God walks with you every step, holding your hand, even when you do not feel His presence tangibly. There are times when faith seems fragile, like a flickering flame in the wind. In those moments, dear one, remember that it is precisely there that faith is strengthened. It renews itself in trust, in letting go of immediate answers, in surrendering to the divine mystery. Each time you choose to believe, even without seeing, you strengthen your connection with God. He sees you, He hears you, and He understands the weight of your doubts. But He also knows that through faith, you become stronger, more resilient, more aligned with His purpose for your life. When the universe seems silent, when answers seem distant, I invite you to look within. Inside you resides a divine light, a spark of the Creator that reminds you that you already have everything you need. Faith is not about having all the answers, but about trusting that in the midst of the unknown, God is guiding you. You are deeply loved, and every step you take, even in uncertainty, is supported by God's loving hand. Faith is also an act of surrender. It is accepting that you do not need to bear the burden of understanding everything. God invites you to let go of control, to set aside the need to know every detail, and to trust that, even without answers, He is guiding your life perfectly. When you surrender to faith, you release the weight of questions and allow divine peace to flood your being. Faith does not eliminate difficulties, but it gives you the strength to face them with serenity, with courage, with the certainty that you are not alone. Dear one, I am here to remind you that God never abandons you. Even when the heavens seem silent, even when answers do not come, He is working on your behalf. He sees the bigger picture, while you see only a part. And, like a loving parent, He gives you what you need, even when it is not exactly what you ask for or expect. Trust that, in time, the answers will come, but until then, let faith be your guide. Faith is the key to living a life of peace, even amidst uncertainties. It calls you to release what you cannot control and to embrace what God has already prepared for you. The universe does not need to be completely understood to be fully lived. The beauty of your journey lies in trust, surrender, in accepting that a greater plan is at work and that you are an important part of that plan, even without all the answers. I am by your side, always, to remind you that faith is your greatest treasure. Do not be shaken by unanswered questions, but strengthen yourself in the certainty that, in every moment, God is with you, guiding you with love and wisdom. He sees your heart, and He knows what you need. Trust in Him, dear one, and let go of the burden of seeking all the answers. The peace you seek is already within you, waiting to be discovered in the simple act of having faith. Allow your mind to rest in the certainty that not everything needs to be known for you to live fully. There is beauty in the mystery, grace in the unknown. Just as stars shine in the sky without us knowing all the secrets of the cosmos, so too can your life shine with light and purpose, even without unraveling all the mysteries surrounding it. And so, dear one, continue your journey with confidence and serenity. Trust that the silence of God is a sign that He is listening, acting, and preparing something special for you. I am with you, now and always, guiding you with love and light. And in the silence, may you find the peace that surpasses all understanding, knowing that God never abandons you. As your guardian angel, I am by your side to ensure that you walk with confidence, knowing that what has not been revealed is in the secure hands of God. I protect your heart from burdens you should not carry and illuminate your path with the light of what you are meant to know. Trust in me and the divine wisdom that guides each of your steps. And so, dear one, walk your path with peace in your heart, knowing that the unknown is also a form of protection. Celebrate what has been revealed to you and entrust what remains hidden to God's care. Mystery is part of the beauty of life, and through it, your spirit can continue to grow free and light towards its divine destiny. May peace be with you now and always. With all my love, your angel.